Welcome to the next episode of The Search here on Season 2, where we are looking deeper into the mysterious deaths surrounding young men going missing in the city of Boston and winding up dead in a body of water near the city. Let's continue. All right, we're back on another episode, Al. We're working our way down the chronological timeline here.
We sure are.
We are. This is the third episode of technically the water-related deaths, right? So we've been
Correct.
going and going and going.
Feels like this will never end.
I know.
That's
And
how
we're
many,
actually, the thing is, we're actually pretty close. I
Yeah.
think we might only have like one or two cases
it's crazy
left.
there's this many.
I know. Yeah. No pattern though.
No pattern at
No
all.
pattern.
Yeah.
No pattern at all. We're picking up at Eric Munsell. This is the next victim on the timeline. He's a 24-year-old man who, when he was last seen, he was a BU grad, aerospace engineer, out for his 24th, birthday. A lot of 24 seems to be like a recurring age, I feel like here. Or am I just seeing what I want to see?
Well, you think it's just because like people
I don't know what it is.
actually
It's just
go
the
out
same
in
thing
the
with the
20s?
North Carolina, like the Carolinas connection. Is that just like a odd like coincidence? Like I don't know if it's like a
Maybe that's just your like prime drinking years.
maybe. Yeah,
Is
you're
like
right.
21
I feel
to
like Jim Carrey in the number
27.
23, but it's the number 24, and I just keep seeing it everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
24th birthday on Saturday, February 8th. So another wintry disappearance here, right? 2014 at Market Lounge. Remember that place?
Yep.
So 21 Broad Street. This is, if I'm not mistaken, Market was right by where, was it the place was across the street?
Oh, what was
Right,
across
if
the
I'm not
street? Could be,
mistaken.
yeah. It's right on Broad Street. It's
So right off State Street. Right
yeah.
across from the, technically it's
Correct.
It's technically across the street from like the Black Roads next to the Boston.
Well, yeah, Black Rose. You walk across, you see
Yeah, like
Broad.
that perimeter
Yeah.
of Faneuil Hall for anybody out there trying to like visualize where this was. I don't know what it is now. I think it's Tiki Rock now.
Tiki Rock. Let's look
That
it up.
Asian place. I think it is. And so yeah, that's an old school Boston spot. I was out with his friends and he was last seen late that night near the bar.
Yeah, so Eric Munsell, 24, born February 8th. He grew up in Freehold Township, New Jersey. In high school, he played varsity soccer, cross-country track, class of '08, another athletic kid. Boston University went to, magna cum laude, BS in aerospace engineering, so another smart kid. And he worked inland at GE Aviation. Enrolled in an Edison engineering program, working towards his master's in mechanical engineering.
This guy might have had the most going for him out of anybody on this list so far. Any of these poor
Well,
guys.
he's one of them. I mean, it just
Definitely
feels
one
like
of them.
they're
This
all-
guy was checking off every box on the
yeah,
resume. If you ask
lived
me.
in the North End. He's 6'1", 165 to 180 pounds, brown hair, scar on his left cheek, and he went out with a blue checkered shirt and blue jeans. Basically, would you say that is the white man's outfit to go drinking?
It definitely is.
in the
yeah.
2010s.
That's almost like a uniform, you could
Yes.
say, in the early
Yeah.
2010s. Yeah, definitely. It's almost a uniform.
Yes. Many blue checkered shirts were ruined
Yeah.
in my going out days.
Oh, that was like your, like I
think
said,
that was
it might as well have been
everybody's.
your uniform. It might as well have been.
Yes.
Now, from what we gather from, is there anything in, let me know if there's anything, nooks and crannies, in between this. From later court filings / media, the family alleged he'd been ejected, so he gets kicked out of the bar in sub-freezing weather without his coat and no ride arranged. Now, did you have anything between that?
Well, basically, he's last seen 11:30 p.m. At the Market Lounge. That's when he asked to get removed from the bar. They say basically he was causing a disturbance. He might have tripped going into the bathroom. They thought he was really drunk, so they asked him to leave the bar. They didn't let him grab his coat or alert his friends that he was leaving.
If that's the case, though, does that not seem like kind of a knee-jerk reaction if a kid trips and you just think he's drunk? Like, you can't at least let him get his shit and, like, go?
I
You
agree.
have to kick him out of the bar. It's not like he, like, went and grabbed somebody on the ass or something and was, like, grinding up on somebody.
I've also seen people kicked out for less.
Yeah, fair.
At 11:30, if you're really that drunk or they felt you were that drunk,
It's an early time to get kicked out, too.
it's a real early time.
Real
to get
early.
kicked
You might
out.
have just got there, like, legitimately a half hour ago, maybe an hour in.
Yep.
So,
So they seen him. He looked disoriented, weaving his arms crossing his thing like he was actually cold for warmth, and falling into snowbanks on the way out, pretty much. So we don't know if he was actually that drunk or something might have been slipped into him or something.
So now here's another thing. What, as far as court proceedings go, would that allude that the family went after the bar?
They did file a lawsuit against the bar.
Can't blame him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I can't blame him.
More to the fact of, like, how could you just let him leave like that? Like, why wouldn't you call him a cab? Why wouldn't you, let him tell his friends or...
This is the early days of Uber, too.
Yes.
Like, it had kind of just started to come onto the scene.
Yeah, that would probably be right around Uber time.
Right around the start of Uber, Lyft, and shit. I just don't know how you think that's a good idea. If anything, can't you keep the kid, like, up in the front, maybe? Is there, like, a place you can just, like, sit him down until... You, again, call him a cab home. It's not like the kid lived in the North End. It's not like he lived in New Hampshire.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids, it's...
It's also like a zero tolerance policy at a lot of these places. If you know, just from being out, that they're going to toss you pretty much if you do anything. You spill a drink on yourself, or you're just talking stupid to somebody, or, like, bothering a girl or something.
Yeah.
They usually just kick you right out. So I actually, not that I don't understand, like, that, not that I fully understand, that probably should just let him, But maybe he wasn't even asking for that. Maybe he wasn't asking for his coat. Maybe he wasn't asking for his friends.
Right.
So they're just trying to mitigate risk by just getting him out of the bar.
Yeah, see, and then, you got to think about the bar. Because, like I said, if it's a situation where somebody gets, groped to something like that, and then a lawsuit comes out of it. It's
Or
like
a fight happens.
Fight happens, whatever the hell it is.
So they think they're just removing the problem, when they don't realize that there's a further problem coming down the
it's a
road.
rock and a hard place, kind of, I can see from a bar standpoint, but at the same time, that's the price of serving alcohol.
Yeah.
You have to be able to balance both of these kind of like risks and...
Yeah, so you're getting like conflicting reports. Like the people that he was with are saying that he wasn't that drunk, and then you got the bouncer saying like he was obviously hammered and, had not good control of his body.
Who do you tend to believe in that situation? I'm not gonna lie to you. No offense. My first job in nightlife was as a bouncer at Bijou.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I tend to believe the friends.
You think you would
Yeah,
believe the friends?
I do. I don't think. I think if he was, I think usually any like decent group of people is gonna be like, dude, sorry about our buddy. Let's get him out of here.
Right.
Like that's my thing.
I don't even think they
personally.
saw the interaction though of why he got kicked out, and that's why none of them followed him. So like I think he was going.
It can't be just that he tripped, bro. Like that. Like I'm not saying you're claiming that either. I'm just saying like if that's the case, like that might be the stupidest thing. Because like if I remember, I was in Market one time, and it's just like a big crowded like bar.
Yeah.
Shit happens. It's tough to navigate. You got to shuffle across. Do the shimmy between people to like get to the bathroom.
Think about all those Faneuil Hall bars. It's pretty much Faneuil
It's a
Hall,
sardine can, bro. It's like it's not like you're in a fucking 3-floor nightclub, where everybody's moving and grooving around. Like that's kind of if that's really all that happened, and we're never gonna get unless we get an eyewitness account from like the person who tripped him, or he tripped over. Or the security guy that like escorted him out.
Or maybe he just fell on the way to the bathroom and didn't hit anybody. Yeah,
could have been anybody. You have no idea.
I mean, wet floors.
Absolutely.
People spilling drinks. You could slip.
Dude, there's a million reasons you could fall in a bar, bro. 100%.
I've definitely fell in bars before.
I actually
and not even being like drunk, just like
kind of ate shit by accident.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. What are you gonna do? You know what I mean?
I was walking out of a hospital one time and just completely missed a curb.
Oh, really?
Stone sober, you know what I mean?
Really?
Just completely missed a curb.
And this is, by the way, to my right, a lot of high qualities about Al. A lot of great qualities. Ankle's not one of them.
Ankles is not one of them. Could never play hockey for that reason.
Nope, not great. The ankle has seen a lot. That right ankle, left ankle's been through a lot.
A lot of action on those.
It's kind of like who's a pro? It's like Joel Embiid with the knee of the foot. Yours is the ankle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if you were a pro athlete, they'd be like, Giorgio's out again with ankle problems.
He's out with ankle problems.
Yeah. 100%.
And we don't even know if he's coming back.
Don't know when he'll be back. Don't know. He had a great first 2 drives.
Yes.
That would be Allen two-hand touch football out on the street.
Yeah.
West Revere. Get a great 3. You're like, this guy's going to win the Heisman. Next thing you know, he goes to juke somebody, rolled ankle, he's out.
I'm out. Yep.
Dunzo. They recover his body sometime between Wednesday, April 23rd and Thursday, April 24th in 2014 of the same year. His body is recovered and identified again near Long Wharf in Boston Harbor.
Correct. So he leaves outside of, 21 Broad Street. We're guessing he takes a right onto State Street, follows it all the way down to the wharf. Now, his phone does ping in that area. So if it pings in that area 30 minutes after he supposedly left the bar, they do have him on CCTV at Long Wharf, like in that Long Wharf area.
Okay.
But they don't have him going into the water, obviously, or not that the police has let anybody know that they have him going into the water.
Okay. Because we run into that in a further case down the road where allegedly there's a video recording that no one's ever seen.
Talking Ma.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll get to that. Yeah, absolutely.
And they never release it. So.
Correct. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Yep.
I mean, people know that.
People know that. That's like a known thing.
But yeah,
about the
2
case,
months later, they find the body.
Yep.
At Long Wharf. Crazy that it doesn't leave where they assume that he goes in. It doesn't move very far at all from where they assume he went in, because 66 Long Wharf is basically the end of that. Right at the end of that pier.
Yeah.
So I think he just went in, and that's where he was.
Right.
2 months later. Now, we've talked to some people at some places, some people that might work for the federal government, that said this is a usual thing, that people get found.
That this happens way more often than people know about.
Yes, that they think in their heads that, it's wintertime, no one's searching the waters, cold waters, that they find bodies coming out of the spring. So that's would you agree
I've also been messaged that anonymously by individuals that work like on Instagram that work like directly in like Marine Coast Guard stuff.
That they find most bodies.
The recovery
spring.
units and stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That they're like, this happens way more often than people realize or know about. But also, there's weirder stuff.
Yes.
Not to like go for a headline that people also don't know about.
Yeah.
So it's a little two-sided
sides.
coin that ends you up in the same spot. You know what I mean?
So they find him. They confirm that it's Eric Munsell on April 23rd. They indicate that there's no foul play. Specific autopsy details are never released, so we don't really know about if there was any drugs in the system or anything like that. But found in that heavily trafficked Long Wharf area, again, this is the third or fourth body, I believe, that we've went over that was found in Long Wharf.
Yeah.
Crazy. Obviously, the family files that wrongful death lawsuit, and they sued the bar. They said that it was negligence. Obviously, that they ejected a visibly intoxicated person. Never,
How did the proceedings? They had to get something.
It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say that they
Nothing?
never disclose if anything was settled inside or outside of court, or that I couldn't find. So
Interesting.
I don't know if producer Pat could find exactly what might have happened in that case.
Yeah, maybe we can get some of that on the back end right here. I'd imagine from working in restaurants, having family that owns restaurants, whatever the fuck, the whole thing, I would assume there was some kind of settlement off the record that happened. Something.
I would assume that there has to be some settlement.
Right. You have to think the bar takes some kind of culpability here.
Also, though,
Yes.
maybe there is CCTV footage inside the bar of him acting really crazy.
Maybe there is.
But at the same time, when is it up to the bar to make sure this kid gets home safe? Like, how far do they have to go?
Right,
Do
yeah,
they have to
how-
alert the friends? They probably should. Like, who
Right.
you here with?
Right.
It's not like you punched a bouncer in the face. So it's like,
Yeah,
I get
because
it.
then you get those.
I get it. You remove him. He's
Right.
no longer a problem.
Pat's posturing a little bit.
Yes.
Does he have anything?
Well, I was just going to say, to defend the bouncer a little bit here, how many of these stories happen and then nothing happens?
Oh, a million.
Somebody trips
Oh.
and they're like, this kid can't even stand
I'd actually,
up. Like,
Pat, I would be willing to.
You've got to go.
I'd be willing to bet this is like less than 1%. This result is less than 1% of, like, to your. I'm piggybacking on your
I would
point.
say less than 0.1%.
Maybe less than 0.1% of what
Exactly.
typically happens when you throw a kid out of a bar.
There's a kid thrown out of every single bar, every single night in Boston.
Across the country.
Across the country, yes.
In Europe, in everywhere. There are people, and how's this? We're talking like they kick out one person a night.
Yeah.
And
Not-
I don't think
not
it
the
takes
case.
that much.
No, yeah. It's probably
You
even
might
more.
throw out 5-6 people a night. It depends on what night it is. Think about how much it happens on like Thanksgiving Eve, New Year's Eve.
Right.
You know
I
what
bet
I'm
you
saying?
Hurricane O'Reilly's throws out more people than they let in.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever it is. Yeah, like this happens so much.
Yeah.
And so often, an absurd amount of time actually, this isn't the result. So that does play. But at the same time though, you got to think, right? Like the bar is still culpable. Like if you do we think bars should be. I saw a video on this actually on a reel on this, so this can be an entirely separate clip. Where do you think a bar's culpability is as far as over serving somebody to a point where like they get into a car afterwards and cause like an accident, like DUI or some shit? Like, how does that work? Like, at what point is the bar not, like, should the bar be held responsible? Should they not? Like, how do you feel that works?
I have no idea. I feel like
I think it's a tricky call.
There's also personal responsibility. Like, you have to, like, you are dealing with
This is what I mean.
Yeah, so it's like, it's both issues that, like,
Yeah,
I think that if they're grossly negligent and they're grossly over-serving people, they're, an absurd amount of drinks in a short amount of time, and they keep serving them after they're already intoxicated, and you can visibly tell they're intoxicated, yeah, it probably is some of the bar's fault.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, how many places do you go to? I mean, I'll go out to dinner with my wife sometimes, and there'll be a 2-martini limit in a restaurant, which I think is crazy that you're putting a 2-martini limit. 2 martinis to me isn't the same as 2 martinis to my wife or 2 martinis to somebody else.
You're also 3 times her size.
Yeah, this is my point.
Yeah, right.
This is my point. Like the Big Show, right? He goes out to, goes out to eat. He
5 beers to warm up.
Yes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wade Boggs goes out. He drinks 40
He's got a
beers
case in
on
him already. Yeah, exactly.
On
the plane to Sarasota, Florida.
My point is that, like, you have to judge things in a way. Like, so that's why certain places, they have these martini limits. Like, oh, you can't have someone, they doing this for a reason.
There's also
there has to be a gray area. Like, you have to judge.
Agree, right. So here's the other thing is everybody handles alcohol differently.
Correct. On different nights.
On different nights.
Yes.
Depending on what you ate that day or didn't eat.
Yep.
Whatever. You might be on a medication and not be supposed to be drinking alcohol and still.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that it falls into a interesting gray area where the vetting process of like where are we at in like the serving experience with this person gets tricky, and that's really where I think your read of people as a service industry worker needs to kick in.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, how many times have we seen somebody get a Dewey or something and they're like really like not that drunk? It just happens to be something stupid that they get pulled over for.
Yes.
It's like a weird, like,
there's gray areas.
There is. Some people like might be over the BAC limit technically by 0.2. Does that mean they're drunk and slurring their words?
No.
So it's a very hard thing, I think, to like vet and navigate in whatever gray area personally.
I think the bar has to be on the safe side on both accounts. They have to cut them off a little sooner than they should.
Yeah.
And they have to make sure, that they're capable. If this kid's falling into snowbanks outside of the place, is what they're saying. He's really drunk outside the place.
Right.
One of those bouncers should be out there being like, dude, like, are you okay? Can I call you a cab? I think
waiting with the kid.
I think both things have to happen. Can I get your friends, something like that? Can you call your friends? He had a cell phone.
Yeah, like you could be diplomatic about, unless he like hauled off and punched one of the bouncers in the face, which does happen
all the time.
All the time. But you also hear of how many times do we hear of security getting big and hard body and ragdolling a fucking 150-pound kid who might be a little drunk. Okay, that doesn't mean you can stomp the kid out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean you can fling the kid down a fucking flight of stairs. That was the baseball tavern thing. Remember that?
Yes.
That was a whole fucking fiasco with that place.
Yep. That happens too. But it's anyone with a position of power. Sometimes that can happen.
You never know. You really got, that's the other thing. The bar, you got to vet your security. Like, and again, your security varies based on the type of joint you are.
Yes. I would agree with that.
I think so, at least.
I think that in certain places they probably have to be more active or proactive.
I've always said there's a difference between a security guard and a bouncer.
Yeah.
I think there's a difference, personally.
I think in nightclubs, for the most part, they're security guards.
It depends on the club, though.
But you know what I mean? Like, most of them, they're like, there's not a lot of trouble happening in those higher-end
Orchid had bouncers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Tantra, bounces.
Yes.
Pazzaluna, bounces.
Yeah.
All Anthony, all my father's spots.
yeah, all the places.
Bounces, okay?
Bounces, yeah.
We're not cutting this. Put that T-shirt under your right hand because you keep you keep tapping the table.
Do I?
Tap. Yes, for you audio listeners,
Put it on the other side.
Marc has a problem with
Put
tapping.
it on the other
mic.
side.
Oh,
Right
here?
there.
All right, let me know where I don't realize I'm doing it. I
not cutting
swear to
this.
God.
People need to know.
Okay.
if
I literally
they
have no
hear it,
idea.
it is not a producer issue.
It is not a production issue. It's a me
It's
issue.
a talent issue.
Yeah, it's a talent problem. Yeah, that's me. That's a D- effort by me. I really unconsciously do that. I don't know
You
that
do it
it
again,
happens.
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry.
bounce you out of the studio.
All right, that's fine. But yeah, Pat, have you ever been kicked out of a bar?
I have.
You have?
Yes.
I think I'm the one guy, honest to God. Well, first off, to my credit, not to sound like a fucking Boy Scout here, you know I've never really been a big drinker.
Yes.
So I've never been kicked out anywhere. Me personally.
And to be fair, it sounds like a similar situation. I missed a step.
Okay.
Oh,
And I stumbled.
Yes.
And they were like, that's it.
You're outta here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Where
and
were
I-
you? Was
I'm
it like
assu-
a...
I'm assuming that it wasn't just the misstep. There was probably a little bit
Got you.
more than I missed a step and I didn't probably look too hot. It was just like a bachelor weekend type of thing.
Got you.
But yeah, because after I was like, oh, gee, and like you said, my buddies were like, no, you weren't that bad. You just like missed a step because you're an idiot, and it was time to go.
Yeah.
First off, I misstep sober.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yeah,
Like
all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
Like you said, eating shit out of the fucking, the whatchamacallit. I misstep sober. Like, you know what I mean? How many
First of all, it's the biggest curb I've ever seen in my life. It had to be a 14-inch curb. I
Oh,
fell.
that's insane. Is that even legal?
It is an insane curb. It was at the
What's the
Mass Eye
purpose?
Air on the right on like the.
What do they not
Starrow
want a
Drive.
monster truck to drive up on the
I
sidewalk
have no
and wipe
idea how
everybody
big
out? Like,
it,
what
like
the, what's
you know
the
how
point?
like you naturally know how big a curb is. Like naturally, you just know
like
you step
6
it up-
inches.
You step off a curb, you know what it is. This
Right.
thing, I felt like I went into like the gates of hell. Like,
Like-
I was like the 300. Like I fell
Right.
down that pit in 300.
Yeah, as Jim Carrey says in Ace Ventura, "When nature calls, I could have fallen into a precipice."
I'll tell you what, no one popped up faster than me though. You would have thought I
Did
barreled.
you barrel roll it out of there? Like, were you able to roll it into one like?
I don't think
congruent movement?
I've ever done like a push up, like a burpee, like the back end of a burpee faster.
Okay.
Like just like poof, pop myself.
So
right
that
back
happened to me on the 4th of July, not this year, last year, at the Stella's Halloween party
up. Okay.
on Beach Street,
Yeah.
right? I'm walking, sober as a judge. I'm walking through the driveway, just moving around, and they had like a work truck in the driveway with like a DeWalt toolbox
Yeah.
next to one of the tires. I'm talking like 2-foot trip.
Yeah.
So if I don't put my hands out, I am
Your
my
face is-
shit splattered.
Yeah.
When I tell you I caught myself push-up position this far off the ground, sprained my wrist, shocked I didn't break it, but whatever, I didn't break my nose and kept all my teeth, so I'd rather the wrist. But completely almost ate shit, almost career-ending. Would have been on the IR. Dunzo.
Bunch of athletes.
Jack,
Yes.
Jack, you're what,
Podcast,
22?
too.
Anything? Oh, you're 20?
Right in the middle, 21.
Any ejections yet?
Ejections, no.
Good.
I can't wait to see him at a bar. I'm gonna pay the bouncer to throw his ass out.
I know.
Just like toss him.
No, he was good at the captain's ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was all with it. He was good, representing the company well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's on his best behavior.
Yep. Tough lighting that night.
Jack gets jacked up. I bet he goes
Yep.
out. He turns it on.
Yeah. No, I think Jack's always composed, man.
Yeah, he does
I think
seem
he's
pretty
like
calm.
I think he really is like just a composed guy. Like he's a reliable, composed guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's an old soul.
You need that guy. You need that guy.
But going back to this, I do feel like, do people walk to? I don't know. He's really drunk. It's a short walk. Could he have actually fell into Long Wharf?
You have to.
on
In
66?
theory, he's thinking he's just going to walk back to the North End on Atlantic Ave and probably didn't feel like walking through Faneuil Hall to get back there.
Yeah, so
Right.
let's say he goes down State Street, he crosses over the Rose Kennedy Greenway, right?
Yep.
And then he's supposed to take a left.
Sure.
He just keeps going straight to the aquarium, pretty much.
It still doesn't really make any sense to me, to be honest with you. I don't know. That's the
I don't
thing
get
hate.
it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I never get it either. I don't.
I
none
can
of these
see
I
why
get.
people think this is one of them, and but people do drown in water. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
No. Yes. Absolutely. No. It absolutely. does.
in my mind, people drown in water like on lakes and stuff, not in like heavily trafficked areas. No matter what, in the wintertime, that's still a really busy area. Especially it's 11:30 at night.
Right.
There's still stuff over there, like even legal seafoods is open at 11:30 at night.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's still open. There's still bars open 12, 1 o'clock. There's still a lot of stuff there. So for someone to fall in there, I don't love that place. It's not like a secluded area. It's not like, okay, some of the Charles River, right? There is areas where you could probably slide in.
Sure.
You know what I mean? That are undetected. People aren't around. No one's really walking the lake that late at night. You know what I mean? Or walking the river.
Yeah, no, I'm
in
with
certain
you, dude.
areas. So I don't love Long Wharf, but why is it always in the same area?
Right.
I don't get it.
Are we ready to move on to the next
Yes.
case here? So we have Josue Quispe-Almendro. He's a Malden, Somerville guy. And 18. I think this might be the youngest guy that we cover.
I believe he will be the youngest.
Yes, the youngest guy in the timeline here, right?
Yep.
Malden kid, last seen Saturday, October 17th. Horrible dates, my sister's birthday. 2015. Reported as being in Somerville. This was a Malden kid, just happened to be in Somerville, dropping his brother off at a Shopping Plaza Mall, which I'm assuming was like Assembly Row.
It's Bed Bath & Beyond. It's the Bed Bath & Beyond area.
That's
I'm
didn't.
pretty sure that's Assembly Row.
Yeah, it's like
Isn't that not the new portion of Assembly Row?
the old one.
The old one.
Where the Staples is.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
that's
it's in.
that
I
side.
think it was in that same area.
So,
Yes.
Okay. How do you, Josue?
Josue.
Josue.
Josue. Yeah.
100%.
Almost positive.
Don't make me look bad.
No, Josue.
I'm not tapping.
Right. Josue or Josue. I think both are
Josue, he's known
acceptable.
by family and local community as caring, kind, involved in church and family circles. So another good kid.
Another
it
great
seems
kid.
He's doing Emmers with family, so he's dropping that brother off to, I guess, Bed Bath & Beyond. Maybe he's getting some new bed sheets. Have a nice little Saturday. He's last confirmed seen on the 17th. His car is discovered, though, in Quincy, Massachusetts. So his car they find in Quincy, Massachusetts the next day. So at some point he leaves dropping his brother off, and his car is brought to Quincy. Whether
Okay.
he's driving it, someone else is driving it. It doesn't look like there was any breaking in, stealing, anything like that.
So it's just the car.
Just the car's
The car's
found
just
in
there.
Quincy. There's no signs of a struggle in the
Gotcha.
car. It's perfectly normal. He obviously doesn't come back, so they end up calling the cops that he doesn't come back to get the brother.
Right.
He's not seen, so then they end up calling the cops
Yep.
to say, like, he's missing.
Okay. And then so now we're gonna cut to Thursday, November 12th.
Yep.
2015. About a month later. Body washes ashore at Sasquatch Beach in Plymouth. Authorities state no foul play suspected at that time.
Plymouth, Mass. from Quincy is still a fucking hike.
My dad says this all the time. He's like, Plymouth for some reason is like the heart. It feels like it's so far away.
I love Plymouth. I love Plymouth for the golf courses. The golf is unbelievable.
The golf, well, it's the best golf, I think, town, personally, in the state of Massachusetts.
I'm going to be honest. I've heard this many times golfing in Plymouth. I have no reason to back this up, but they say that this has the most Plymouth has the most golf courses per capita than anywhere in the country. I in my head, I'm like Myrtle Beach or one of the
Nah,
others.
that can't be, yeah.
It can't
What's there,
be
like
true,
five?
right?
Crosswinds, Plymouth
There's
Country
way more.
Club,
There's way more.
Pine Hills.
Pine Hills.
There's way more. I didn't know that.
There's so Waverly Oaks. There's so many in Plymouth.
Got to be a bunch of private ones, too. That's
There's
the
a
other
whole
thing.
bunch of
yeah,
private
right.
ones. Plymouth's bigger than you think.
Oh,
But
it's
the my
huge.
point is,
Right.
is that Quincy to Plymouth is far. Malden to Plymouth is like
Is like-
40, 50 miles.
Right. That's like an hour and a half drive.
It's like, yes. So, like, even if so they're assuming that he goes into the water in Quincy because Quincy is a water town. And he ends up in Plymouth
Right.
a month later.
Okay.
Those tides and shore don't match up. That's what people say.
Okay.
That he shouldn't be that far down.
We're getting a
the
lot of
coast.
nautical
Yes.
current knowledge
Yes.
in this.
I wish I understood currents more.
Same. Well, now, I never considered that once, my pea brain, and when it comes to this, like, or initially.
We need to get like an ocean current guy on the thing. I don't know what that's called. Like someone that studies currents.
like a marine, not a marine biologist, but like
like George from Seinfeld.
yeah, sure, yeah, whatever, yeah,
Maybe a
exactly.
marine biologist. An ocean engineer. Would that be
An
someone that's-
oceanographer?
I don't know.
Is
What would
just-
that be? What would
I don't
be
know
someone
what
that
that'd
studies
be.
currents?
Jack, on it. the study of currents and tides.
So they find the body actually. They like right after 10 o'clock. Construction contractors that are doing something on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they're making a seawall. They make the discovery. So they're actually on the wall, making it on the Sasquish Peninsula, which is another. Now this is a remote beach. Mm-hmm. This Sasquish Beach. It's not like one of the main ones. It's part of Sasquatch Neck. It's part of Duxbury Beach in Plymouth County.
Okay.
It's obviously identified as Josue, and at the time of discoveries, they don't suspect foul play. They think again that he fell accidentally into the water somewhere in Quincy. They thought when they looked at the body, they thought it was a dummy at first. They didn't even know it was a real person because they were shocked.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's kind of the last thing you expect to see.
But 30 to 40 miles from Malden, probably like 15 to 20 miles from Quincy, from where they assumed he went in.
Okay.
It's pretty far.
Is there anything else? Because this is all I really have. This one's a little bit just
This one's not a lot. I think it's more how far. And, there's obviously the prevalent theory that these people are being taken, held for a while, and then they find the body.
Yeah, because I'm not totally convinced on this one. It's definitely odd, don't get me wrong, and and logically it makes zero sense. But I don't know that it was like it doesn't fit the profile. This kid wasn't out at a bar. He was 18, you know what I mean? He was just driving. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know.
How does he get to Quincy?
Yeah, I don't.
Why
I
is
don't
the
know.
car in Quincy?
The car in Quincy doesn't make any
sense.
sense.
Is the car moved afterwards?
Right.
Does he go out drinking after he drops the brother off at the Bed Bath & Beyond?
Wasn't it like 10 in the morning? You said he dropped the kid off at like...
No, hold on. Did I say 10 in the morning?
I don't know. What time did you say? Oh, no.
10 in the morning is when they found the body.
Found the body. What time did he drop the brother off?
That's a great point. I don't have a time on that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Limited info here.
Yeah, okay. So there's no specific time of day for his last verified sighting.
Right.
Beyond the date.
Got you.
So I don't know how they don't know, or how the brother didn't say anything, or maybe they're just not releasing that.
Maybe not. I don't know. I think this is definitely a peculiar case. Don't get me wrong. It just doesn't fit the profile of the other ones. So I'm interested in how this is in like the database or timeline or whatever. Again, I get that it's like the car in Quincy and stuff like that. There's
he is going south.
Yeah.
Clearly, if he goes to Quincy.
Sure.
They're not saying anything about anything breakdown with the car, not a flat tire or anything like that. So it seems like purposely that car was moved to Quincy.
I would have fingerprinted the car, at least the driving part.
But this is one of those things where they just think that they're not going to fingerprint a car when they just think that it's an accident.
Yeah, I guess. And with that, we can move on to the third case in the third little sub case in the episode here.
We sure can.
Okay.
So I did look it up. Bed Bath & Beyond, 4:30 p.m.
Okay, still.
4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. He never answers calls, never goes home, never answers his phone when he's trying to get picked up.
Okay.
So 4:30 p.m. So that's midday.
Yeah.
They find his car at 10 p.m. the next day in Quincy.
Interesting.
How do you find a car in the middle of a...
Well, the thing is, if they tracked Aaron Hernandez back to like Attleboro from
Is that the same timeline?
It would be before then, wouldn't it?
When was his stuff? When did his stuff go down?
Like around the same time.
Right, around the same time, right?
13, 14, 15. Didn't he get drafted in 2011?
Yeah.
2012, something like that? Yeah.
He wasn't on the 2014 Super Bowl.
No.
So he's in that 2012 one that we lost to the Giants.
Yep, that one.
So that happened right after that.
Correct.
2013.
Yeah, it had to be.
2014.
2013.
And they tracked him from literally like Cure, right on Tremont Street, like
again. Here's
back
the thing:
to Attleboro.
They put all their resources into that, knowing they had to track him to make the case stick. They're not doing full research because they honestly feel that it's just he either went into the water, it's an accident. Why are they going to spend all that man time?
Yeah, I get it. And then it's like the person involved too is like it's Aaron Hernandez.
There's
or this,
way more.
This
there's
not to
way
be
more eyes
disrespectful,
on
but
it.
like a random kid from Malden. It's like, all right. So we're moving on to the next case here. Dennis Njoroge is a Northeastern University student. Who, where, and when last seen? Northeastern University student, last seen Sunday, November 29th. So this is in pretty close proximity to the finding of Josue's body. After returning to campus post-Thanksgiving. The university issued a missing persons appeal on December 4th, 2015. Some reports say Thanksgiving weekend playing basketball on campus was the last time he was seen. Now,
Yep. He's age 21, time of death. He's born in Kenya, so he's from Kenya.
so he's not an exchange student.
No.
But he's just
He relocates to Massachusetts when he's younger. So
so he grew up here. He just happens
yeah,
to
he
be
pretty
a
much
Kenyan
grew
guy.
there,
Okay, cool.
He attended high school in Worcester, graduated with honors,
Mm-hmm.
studied media arts, Northeastern University, another good college, hard to get into.
Yep.
On campus, known for playing basketball, which you mentioned, involved in student community life, and he would just got hired for a co-op job at like a Boston news station, so he was getting into like the newsroom type stuff.
Cool. And what else do we have?
Another athletic kid in college.
Do we have anything on the? So right here, I have the. Oh no, I don't. I'm sorry.
So
does
Dennis,
he
he was last seen. We'll get into when he was last seen.
Last seen, yes. I'm sorry.
So
Yep.
he was last seen to be on campus November 29th, which you mentioned. That is right after that Thanksgiving break.
Sure.
Or in the middle of it. According to the university's ID swiped across the gym. So this is the last like data point we have for him, is that it was swiped in a gym at the Marino Center on the 28th/29th. He communicated with his parents that on or around the 29th, he actually talked to them after return to campus. So they did talk to him on the 29th. So they talked to him basically like checking in.
Yep.
After that date, though, when they come back to school, he never attends any classes, does not check in, and was not heard from his family. They obviously did that missing persons report. Time being missing, he's 5'7", so on the smaller side of some of the other kids that went missing. Brown eyes, black hair. He was wearing an olive green jacket, black pants, black baseball cap, and brown Timberland boots. So he's out walking in the Timbos. Mm-hmm. Then you can get into when they found the body.
Got you. So recovery, the where and when, is actually New Year's Eve, Thursday, December 31st, 2015. A body is recovered from the Charles River, identified shortly afterward. Police noted no outward signs of trauma and did not consider the death suspicious.
Yeah, so he's found in that Charles River.
We're back in the Charles River.
Massachusetts State Police confirmed that it's his body. University announced on January 2nd that the search has ended and Dennis was found. They said that no trauma, and again, they didn't find it suspicious at all. So they don't have why he left. They only have that check-in and the thing. They don't have any cell phone data whatsoever from him. How he gets from Northeastern, which isn't that far of a walk to the Charles River, would you agree?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not anything crazy. No,
It's not like a half mile.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing crazy.
Described by friends as bright, creative. They just say, like, it's another one. Not much to go on besides the fact that he fits profile, athletic, smart, young man.
But then again, we just have nothing in between.
Nothing in between.
Like there's the least amount of anything between, actually, than I think any of these other cases.
Yeah.
There's nothing. He just isn't seen on campus. There's no camera, anything. Nothing.
No.
So
I'm sure he had some CCTV in the gym.
well, yeah, right.
Yes,
I meant between
Between the 29th and when they find the body a month later.
or even the 29th and the 28th, because you said he didn't show up to class. What, that week?
After that.
After
So
that, or
I
whatever it
believe
was. That
The 29th, I believe, was on the so it was after that he didn't
okay.
didn't show up for class on the 29th. So yeah, he didn't show up on the 29th.
Okay, interesting. All righty. Well, then that's I mean, what else? There's really that's just I guess just sort of a footnote. Not a footnote, but it's a word. Again, I think this has even less info in it than the Josue case.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd say.
there's like nothing on this one. It's just, I guess this is just
It's
us
just
keeping
fitting a
it-
pattern.
It's just fitting the pattern. That's it. And I think in the next episode, we're going to get into a couple more that like the last sort of 2 or 3, I want to say, that are like pretty
Yeah.
detail oriented. And
I
have
guess my
some-
question is, how come we don't see women at this rate disappearing and falling into water?
I don't know. It's a good
They
question.
make up half the population.
Yeah.
So you have to get into, like, is there tendencies between what a woman does and a man does? Do women tend to be in more pairs? Will men go alone
Right.
on their own? Why is there not?
That would make sense.
Why isn't there not an equal number of women found in the waters all across the country
Sure.
compared to men?
Yeah, it's a valid point to think about. I think you're right as far as like from like a sociological point of view. I do think that women will tend to like stay with their like girlfriend, even if they're out with like one friend.
Yeah.
Or like stay with their crew. Because even usually, like, again, if a girl's trying to like leave with a guy, you'll see the girlfriends even be like, even if the kid seems like a totally normal kid, they'll be like, no,
Yeah.
he's staying with us or
You don't
whatever.
wanna
So
do
like
that.
girls do look out for each other like
So
that.
you think guys are just like, he'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a thing where like maybe guys are just like, he'll make it home, like whatever, all right. It's just it is. Yeah, I think it's just a thing that men don't consciously think about. I think women have to be obviously a little more cognitively aware when they're out, safety reasons and shit. So
I don't really love that this guy, Dennis, it's not like he's at a party or anything like that, or it seems like he's been drinking or anything like that. So how does he
yeah,
fall
like
in?
he like was socially not seen anywhere, not in someone's dorm,
Yeah.
not at a bar, not at a house party, nothing.
I think that's almost weirder.
That's what's weirder, which tells me that he might have not even made it back to his dorm.
Yeah.
That's it. He might not have even made it back to the dorm, which is a weirder thing to think about. Because you got to think nobody's seen this kid. There's not
I think
one
that's
account
what
of
gets
him.
people. It's like there's not even an account of him. Like, what did he just do?
Seen
Like,
him in the bookstore.
he left
buying
the
a
gym
fucking
and
biology
he
textbook.
ran full speed to the Charles River. I don't know.
I'm not trying to laugh because that's just such a ridiculous mental image.
Right.
It's not funny. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's how.
In his
fucking
Timberland boots?
Yeah, and like that's how ridiculous you would have to be. Like that would have to be to fucking like have this make any sense at all.
And it was
doesn't.
cold that night, so why is he even walking that way?
Right. Yeah. No. None of it. This is a definitely I think suspicious, but with so little. Not even so little. Like borderline nothing.
Yeah.
He checked in the gym to play hoop to hoop, and that was it. Nothing else. And then he just ends up dead in the water a month. What?
month later.
About 6 weeks later. So that's gonna what?
I was just gonna say, I think you're bang on about I really never thought about this, or like I would be a target or an issue until these cases. Like this is what woke me up as
Yeah.
a guy, that there may be an issue. The one interesting thing in looking into, well, two things, and to everyone listening, thanks for messaging and whatnot, because there are more cases, and there was a female that showed up by the barking crab in the water like 3 months ago.
Yep.
Yeah.
And a relative of her, it was very sad, honestly, getting the message, reached out to us to let us know because they want us to look into it. But so there are more happening, and this one was a female. The one interesting thing that I find repeatedly happening is it doesn't appear that there is like a struggle,
Yes.
which could tell you, one, people are just falling into the water, or two, it adds an element of creepiness where it's just a repeating pattern. You know what I mean? Where there's no like signs or trauma. So, they just slipped and fell in. Which if this is a thing, if there is really something going on and there's someone or some group that is doing this, it's just kind of a creepy thought to be like, as long as, they do it and they don't, put a sign of struggle, then it's just going to go away.
Right. I wonder from a police perspective what the PR or optics like approach you take to something like this as far as trying to contain public, trust or, minimize hysteria.
I think that there has to be some sort of thought put into
Like,
that.
is that
Yeah.
a conscious thing the police do, or is it like or are they really just coming up blank with as much information as is shown? Because that could be true too. You know what I mean? Like both things could be true. Or I'm sorry, one or the other are possible is what I meant. Sorry about that.
Yeah. I think it'd be nice to talk to someone in the police department to get their take on like why they think that these are all labeled the same way,
Right.
and how often does it happen.
Please let us know so we can get some
If there's anyone out there that listens that knows somebody that would like to talk,
or you could message us anonymously and just let us
Yes,
know. It's
that as
totally
well.
fine, and just let us know, and just so we can have some insight. We would love to know and be able to like understand. Oh, all right, that's why they do this, and then the question asking is pretty much kaputs
Yeah.
from there. So with that being said, anybody have anything to add? Oh, Jack, reader of currents and tides is what?
Oh, I do have that. Just give me 1 second.
Yep,
Is it an
you got it, you're fine.
oceanographer?
I thought it was an oceanographer or something like that, but again,
But what about rivers? They have to be in rivers.
Yeah,
There's
it's an oceanographer.
it is
it is
an
an
oceanographer.
oceanographer.
More
Let's fucking go.
specifically, a physical oceanographer studies the physical properties and movement of ocean water, including currents, tides, waves, and temperatures.
Bang. That's exactly what we needed.
Okay, oceanographer. So
Oh,
we were
nice.
right.
I'll take the
We were
brownie
right
point
we were
right
right
there.
on
There
point.
we go. And good.
No.
I was going to say,
That's
with
it.
that being said, that's this episode. We will see you on the next one. Stay safe.